he did kill his dad. And just
not
his dad.
much. His dad is horrible.
Well, I'm just saying politically wise.
What would it mean? What would it mean for what would that do to Zale?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
What would that do to Zale? And what would that mean for his claim? And I think if you asked him this, talk to him
okay.
and see.
What would you really gain from killing your father? Yes, you might get revenge. King. Will you, though? Because everyone here knows what happened.
Well, not everyone's.
I have one
Most
soldier.
Everyone.
I have
if
one
you
soldier.
kill your father, you're no better than he.
If you kill your father, you will never be able to unify the families.
Let your father face imprisonment.
So at this...
Yeah, there's far worse things than death out there, trust me.
Like rape in prison.
Prison? There's no prison for him. And he's standing there, and you feel, he's having internal conflicts. He doesn't want to do this.
No.
Not because he doesn't hate his father, but he is worried about what he will become.
I stare at Zale. I stare at him. You know what that means?
The hearts will make me powerful. No longer will our people kneel to the Republic and its demands. The Republic wished to erase humanity, and now they wish to erase us with humanity. I will be certain to erase them instead. Democracy is dead. I will be the king. And I'm gonna expect you guys to, if you try to negotiate this,
No, I'm not negotiating. I'm staring into his eyes.
I'm gonna say that he's probably. I'll say. How does this work for? What does it work?
Maybe he has a -2 to his own persuasion.
No, I stare into him, and he's kind of, because you were saying it was like a memorize ability, so he's kind of like dumbstruck by me, kind of just staring at me. He's just listening to it, and so I believe, what was it? It was we make opposing spirit rolls. Yeah, it was opposing spirit rolls, and whoever, and if I win and he loses, he pretty much obeys what I say. If I win and he wins, he's charmed. He likes me.
Be careful, guys. The mercenary's right behind you.
He's more willing to listen to me, and if I fail, nothing happens. Because remember we talked about it before when we were talking about the ability. If you wanted to go with that.
So tell me what you need to do. You're looking into his eyes. He's looking at you. So tell me.
Spirit rolls.
Okay. Let me do something for him. Fails. So he's raptured by you, but he's not moving his blade. What are you trying to convince him of?
Not even convinced. It's just drop the blade. You will be king with him taken back when the people find, and I get.
Wait, I'm just.
The people will find out what he's done, and you will be able to take your rightful place as king. You'll be able to bring war to the corrupt republic without compromising your values as a noble and a great king. The markings of a great king are, as you know, mercy and good judgment. Something your father was unable to do. Be better than him.
And actually, War Maester Wrath comes up. And I'll say that he made his way up here as well.
I'm gonna look at Zanilla.
He's like panting his way up here. He's like, I took all those stairs.
He's old. He's an old elf. And you guys can see that. But he has power armor on. Yes, Sarah.
I was gonna look at Zanilla and be like, do you actually care about Zeal? Care about his well-being? Do you think using the heart and killing his father will be good for him in the long run?
Oh,
or is it
I destroyed the heart.
Acceptance?
I destroyed the heart, by the way.
Actually, he says I'll say Planella, there's a heart that you missed in all of this. You guys did not get enough information from the journals, but I'll say there's a heart you missed, and it's right here.
Wait, I didn't see it with my skull?
I'll say that you did see. You were looking towards the palace, but I didn't tell you about the one that was behind you. The one that was up here.
Oh joy.
So I did neglect that, but it is something in the journals. So he lowers his weapon, Planella, and you talk to Zanilla, and she looks at you, and she doesn't know what to think, but your blades are still drawn, and the War Maester comes up, and he's going to say something I think a little different and more impacting.
Oh good, because I know I don't know anything.
Zidane actually pipes up and he begs Zale, "Please don't kill me. Not at the wedding, Zale. The Republic must die. Don't take the houses with it." And War Master Wraith, and I'd say that you guys are trying to convince him, and I would say, Planella, you did actually a very good job. You weren't, I would say that if it was a persuasion instead of a mesmer, that would have done really well. And I think it's something that he needed to hear at this time.
Yeah, I kind of forced him to listen to me.
So War Maester Wrath comes up and he says, "The hearts are a lie, Zale. Think of what your houses have accomplished without them, and think of what will happen should you give in to the lies of the Pale Ones, the Dark Ones." And he's going to think about this for a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and make a spirit roll to see whether he hardens his heart, if you will, or if he succumbs to...
So is the high roll good or bad?
The high roll will be good. I'd say the high roll would be something he's willing to reason.
Before he rolls that, I'm going to say Planella is shooting out her, what's it called? Very nice sense, and it will to increase his spirit.
That's very awesome. I will give you that. Go ahead and roll spell.
Please get a raise. Please get a raise. Nope. He increases his spirit by 1 die type. Positive.
I'll give that him. I'll give that to him. So.
Wolfpack soldiers are going to try to intimidate Zale to stand down.
He's not intimidated. I'll say they can try, but at this point in time, it's all or nothing. I mean, sure. I mean, intimidation would work if I don't see it happening.
Yeah, his heart is set on whatever it is
he's got his blade right next to his father.
Plus, I can
trying to intimidate a crazy person.
So he succeeds. He thinks. He thinks for a moment. The hearts are a lie. I have accomplished all of this without them. With the Guldarian houses, the human tribes, and the Zeldarian houses aligned, my brother will have died for something far greater. We could destroy the evils of the Republic and cleanse away the sins of our pasts. With our virtue alone. My heart broke when my baby brother's heart was stolen. Now that pain and hatred have become a love that saves this galaxy and our people. Destroying my beloved's heart will end the cause of the Pale Ones. An innocent child sacrifice could be the salvation of the elves. If only I can find the strength. If only.
We already did that.
We already destroyed it.
And so, actually, he's not looking at his brother's heart. He's not looking for his brother's heart. You think that maybe he's talking about another thing. It's a symbolic gesture. He doesn't know that the heart is destroyed, but he's looking at Silvara.
I said it out loud.
Did you destroy the heart?
Yeah, I said that the heart's already been destroyed.
Not all of them. And he doesn't kill his father. His father bows his head down, and he steps over to Silvara.
Oh my god, is she at the other heart? Yeah.
He tears off her toga, and you guys see where her heart should be is a black mark. Do you know why Diuro loves this woman so much? And do you know why she loves him?
Let me guess, he made her.
He saved her a long time ago. Back when we betrayed the Guldarians, we stabbed them in the back. My father did. He went down to the depths of the abyss, and he points out, and you see the abyss again. The castles.
She's the pale one.
She was the child of
Tell me I'm
Diarchen.
right.
Hold on, he's gonna explain this to you. It's
Okay.
pretty. She's was the child of Diarchen, and he was raped by one of the Pale Ones, and this child was marked for the sacrifice. Diuril saved her life. She should have been destroyed for what she was, an abomination.
Wait, what is she? Like, is she...
I knew someone was a Pale One.
Oh, she's
not
a pale one?
No, she's not. She's genetically she is because she was the rape child. Diarchen, the man that you've met, the aggressive one, he was raped, is what he's saying, by one of the Pale Ones that the Gul'darians went down and killed. Yes. Diarchen was raped, and he bore a child, and this was the child. No?
Pale One magic.
Not him. He didn't bear the child. I mean, like, the child was born to him through one of the Pale Ones.
Oh, so a female
okay.
Yes, they took advantage of him, and they had the child, and they prepped it for, as you see now, sacrifice.
Oh, so she's a sacrifice.
Yes, she has a golden heart within her.
Well, this should be easy. I can remove it and keep her alive at the same time.
There's only one heart in your body, and it must be ripped from you when it's made golden.
I can keep her alive without the heart. There's
and
enough
I think at this
death.
moment, another party will arrive to this conversation. Hold on just a moment.
That's
This is getting like super complicated as fuck. It's like,
I know, it's too political for my ass. I'm like, I don't know, just make friends.
I say you guys are doing well.
Folks.
I destroyed the heart. That's the one good thing. And I took this ship. That's another good thing I did.
Another good thing I did was pretty much wound the mercenary enough to where she's effective.
Is she a mercenary or is she actually his wife?
You don't know.
A mercenary wife? You pay her per day to have sex?
She doesn't... You know what, I'll tell you what. She doesn't seem like the type to be paid. Dano steps forward. And he's in his power armor as well, so he's towering. And he's got his great sword with him.
Easier.
He stands up straight. And I'll say that you guys got a good ending with Zale. You've convinced him of something. To not be so brash, to not kill his father.
Seeing the big king come out, I'm gonna reach for my leg and unveil my lightsaber.
Why?
Okay.
And that's based bring dishonor.
No, I'm just having it at the ready in case like the king attacks.
So are you gonna try and hide that, or are you just are you revealing it?
It's in my leg. I have my arm near my leg in case I need to eject it out of my leg.
So he probably doesn't see it because it's in you.
Yeah, it's inside me.
One of the soldiers reports to the King Daryl.
Yes, Danel. They would actually. He has the highest authority.
One of them reports to him and points out that chick and goes, "She has rendered Rook unconscious. He is in critical condition currently."
Oh, where is Rook, by the way?
I'll say he's being.
In the bottom.
I'll say that one of your wolves, because you are missing your fourth one, is in the plane, and I think you're stabilized. Like, I would say you're not experiencing anything too bad. You do need help, though.
I think
Daniel.
Mel will step out for a minute and go take care of him.
Okay.
Because she would try to make sure he stays alive. This is healing. If I get a raise, you heal too.
Yes, but it's also -4 to my wounds.
No, it's not.
No, yeah, you tell us how your healing spell works there.
Okay, the healing spell, not the natural healing. My bad.
Yeah, the healing just has to happen within the time.
Okay, I became back a wound, so I'm not unconscious.
Oh, 1 second now. And I'll do it again, just to try to heal you of everything. I do not heal you. So you're not unconscious, but I can't heal you really any further.
I would say he took a really hard beating, and I would say that he's stabilized. He's got his wounds back. Maybe he's unconscious, or maybe he's not unconscious, but he is not able to really move at this time. He's got too much damage. It will take time.
Yeah, I want to heal the
I took a lightsaber blow. I took a lightsaber blow and a lot of bullets to the face.
Yeah, you guys took a lot of damage. Daniel arrives on the scene. Behind him is Silver.
But yes, one of the Wolfpack soldiers point out that she had incapacitated their.
He doesn't seem afraid of her.
We've calmed down the situation, sir.
He's different. He has a different motivation right now. He comes up, and he's going to say, he's looking at Zale. You would destroy everything that I love. You would repeat the evils of your father. By using the hearts, you would simply be hiding from your destined failure. I have a right to claim that power. I have achieved everything without them. You are weak, and you would be dead without their power. I hate you.
Well, escalation back up to 20.
Yeah, you've got another factor in here. This guy is totally different. You know that he has ambitions for the heart. In fact, you know he has a heart.
Sir, if your ambitions are to stabilize your daughter without the hearts, I potentially could do it. It's an easy feat for me. Maybe have a heart transplant from one of your species.
Diarkin's the father.
Diarkins.
Yes, Diarkin is the father. He steps forward. I've known about my daughter for a while. These hearts are different. They leave a mark. They can't be healed. They are done by great evil.
But how do you know, though?
Have you ever tried?
But scientifically, have you tried?
A simple heart transplant would keep her alive.
Perhaps.
Or the age-old question.
Warmaester would know. And the
Or the age-old question.
Yes.
But why though?
What do you mean by?
You joke around going, but why though, for what they're saying.
Oh, okay. No, but yeah, they don't know anything, but perhaps the Warmaester would, and the Warmaester does chime up.
Everyone looks at the Warmaester.
He's the spiritual leader. He knows of these things.
He's their spiritual liege. Is his name Robert Gilliman?
No,
Probably.
but as a zealot, he's probably like smite the devil.
The voice of the traveler from Destiny.
The daughter has persisted. She has not been corrupted. The heart has stayed within its place. It will forever be a danger. Somebody will claim it one day if they know of her plight. It must be destroyed, but perhaps what Planella has said could bear fruit. Perhaps it can be removed, the girl may be saved, and heart could be destroyed like it should. And he looks at Dano challengingly.
I could.
What would? Yeah, I'm gonna. Sorry.
I mean, even if we cannot get a secondary heart instantly, I could hook her up into my own biological systems and sacrifice my consciousness for a few hours to keep her alive. I would recover, and she would stay alive until the surgery could be complete.
There's nothing to lose from this. If you're gonna want to kill her anyway, you might as well try and save her.
Daniel displays the heart to all of you, and he wears it around his neck. Because you guys have said a lot that doesn't really mean much to him and his goals.
Yeah, he just wants the heart.
So if you guys want to try and convince him otherwise, that would be.
Well, we don't know enough about him to try and not convince him.
Why would a strong king need something from an evil race? A race as evil as the Republic or more?
The pale ones?
Are not the pale ones the one that eat children? Their souls?
Silver actually comes up. Our family has never had anything to do with the hearts. We've always been honorable, and we were crushed once. But he rose us up again without them.
So why does he have them now? Why
I
need
know
them?
that they have great power. And I want to destroy the Republic, and I want to destroy the Zeldarians for what they've done. Never again will they betray us.
But with
the heart's only going to end to your own destruction.
If you use the hearts, it's all pointless. It's all meaningless. You did not do it yourselves. It makes you weak. It's a crutch. How can you be noble?
You saw what happened to the pale ones. They're gone. Obviously, they failed, even though they had the hearts.
Yes.
They had a lot more hearts. They had hundreds of hearts, I'm sure.
They're very powerful. They're a very powerful species.
And yet, here they are, nowhere to be seen.
Forgotten.
Not to mention despised and hated. Do you want that to happen to your family? Using one heart might not be the end. It might be the beginning.
Right. So you're making some very strong points. He's having a difficult time reasoning, but I'm going to say
helping out Cornella with my 12 persuasion.
Right, it's very persuasive too. He looked like he was about to draw his great. He has a great sword on his back, and you think that it has laser properties.
Oh my gosh, laser greatsword!
It is.
Basically, a greatsword lightsaber. Good luck dodging that.
And he holds his hand, and Zale actually, you guys see, because you guys have done so wonderful with your persuasions, with your arguments, with what little information you're able to gather between the houses, Zale is on your side.
Yes!
Look at what you've done, Zainal. Look at what you've accomplished. You rebuilt the fatherland and defied the Republic even after we betrayed you. The hearts are a lie. Let us destroy the hearts together. No more brother wars. We could destroy the Republic and make Sylvastral what our ancestors died for it to become. Do not be seduced as I was by the same lies the Pale Ones tempted our fathers with long ago.
Did I just save their entire race?
Probably.
Well, we at least prevented a civil war.
Another one.
So this is for the turning of Danel's heart, finally. I want...
Oh, thank God.
What do we roll here? Like a spirit? Is it going to be a challenge of spirits? Like, are you guys going... Like, I'll say you guys are using your spirit as a die roll to try and differentiate the situation. And you're challenging, all of you collectively are challenging Danel.
Okay, I did a
good job, Lonella.
To increase my spirit, and so now my spirit is a D12.
Okay. So Sarah, you already feel like the
Oh, whoa!
That wasn't even.
Yeah, we win. Yeah, we win.
So he does.
Even with 2 wounds, I got 11 in my spirit.
So I'll say
I don't have jack all for spirit.
I didn't even need to increase my spirit either. It was the wild die that got high.
Wild die.
20, Jesus Christ.
Zanilla retires her lightsabers back to her hip, and she joins Zale. And Danel comes out of his armor entirely.
Am I the best or what?
It's pretty great. You guys, the spirit you guys have had.
Do you get a penny for it?
I'll say yes. You get a penny for it there, Plamella. That was so fantastic.
And then it gets reset immediately.
Because you just saved... You made the best out of a very shitty situation. You guys
decided to trust our spiritual liege, Robert Gilliman. I mean, the War Meister.
You trust in the heart of the cards.
Yes, Robert Gilliman is my name.
Primarch of the Ultramarines, son of the Emperor, the new of the Imperial... Sorry. It's
So,
Warhammer 40k stuff.
Danel comes out of his armor, and he looks at all of you, but he especially looks at Zale. We could join together as 2 different peoples with one virtuous fatherland and one vile enemy. I do not wish to slay you, Zale. Your death could destroy both of our houses. We both love our people. Let us destroy the hearts together, Zale, as kings. No more brother wars. And Zidane bows his head.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a notice too.
He has the amulet in his hands.
Why?
Yeah, thing is though, like it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, no more brother wars, stab.
Yes, but the way he said it is why I'd say roll a notice roll.
Question: wasn't the marriage? Who was the marriage supposed to be between originally?
It's supposed to be his sister. This guy's sister.
Not this girl. Yeah, this guy's sister.
This guy's sister and this guy.
Yeah, and that guy right there.
Okay. Wait, are they different houses?
Yes.
Okay, so pretty much we just made sure the wedding actually happened.
Yeah, this is one of those things where what's gonna happen is this was a.
What?
Let me.
So,
tell
are there
you
any
something.
evil intentions?
I noted. I see everything.
You see
I am the Eye of
everything.
Sauron.
He actually doesn't have a weapon on him, and he walks over to Zale, and he places the amulet in Zale's hand, and Zale's armed, by the way. And
listen to my 20 spirits.
yeah, and Zale holds it in his hands. I loved my brother more than anything. Kings, Dano, kings. No, my brother was. And he throws it down, and he stomps on it. Heart is shattered.
Is it a bunch of dust now?
It is a gold-flecked dust.
Okay, very happy times for everyone. Now let's get off this depressing mount into the blackness.
So everybody's de-escalating, and War Maester Wrath is a little upset. I think everybody has weapons in this area, and he's not happy because the wedding has been all but sullied in his eyes.
I didn't have weapons. You can trust me.
Right, yeah.
I don't
the
have
lightsaber
weapons.
in your leg. No weapons. Trust me, man.
You didn't see it. You didn't
No.
see it.
No.
The squad is soldiers with fully auto weapons.
They aren't with me.
He was wielding 2 daggers just a few minutes ago.
They're not with me.
Zale drops his lightsaber to the ground. Zanilla does the same. She comes out of her armor. Everybody's disarmed, and Zidane is still alive, but his head is bowed before Zale.
Also, I'm gonna go to him and try to stabilize, heal him.
His arm is somewhere behind you guys. It's below you guys. The arm got chopped off
Don't
way
put the
down
arm
below.
back
so.
on. Just make sure he lives. Oh no, I can't put the arm back on.
Zidane.
It's too cauterized.
Yeah. It's yeah. You can't do anything to it. But Zidane looks up and he says to his son, "You are king. I won't contest this. My representative power is nullified. You'll carry on the legacy of the Zeldarians as a king, and I will retire myself in shame."
So we aren't pushing him off into the abyss.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, but no, not this time.
Now being an idiot to ask. So this retirement, it doesn't happen to be down any black giant holes, does it?
Zidane looks at you. Well, I don't know what you mean, Planella.
I mean, there's plenty of nice castles in this area.
One of the soldiers coughs and looks down towards the abyss while he's near Zidane.
Yeah, he kicks off a rock too. It goes all the way down, and you hear it just bouncing off the wall.
Did someone say ouch on the bottom?
No. Actually, yes, this guy did right here. And oh, what do you know? Hey,
oh no,
everybody,
it's the pale one.
It's me, cool, right here. Anybody
Fire!
Anybody want to kill
It's
some?
Zool! Oh my
kill some
gosh, my
virgins?
memories!
Open
Hey, everybody.
fire! Game over, man. Game over.
No blood
No,
sacrifices to the mad gods? What's wrong with all of you?
You know what's sad
no.
here? You know what's sad here is the 3 soldiers in front of him would probably go first. Oh god,
Hey, look,
that's
it's Sarah.
Yeah, he picks them up and devours their souls and throws them into the abyss.
Anyway, since there is no blood sacrifices going on today, I guess Planella will go over to where the dust is and kind of pick it up. It's like, dust. And her hand eats.
More DNA for me!
Yeah, more DNA for me.
And
Her hand absorbs some of it, but not enough for like anyone to notice.
Creepy person. Oh my god.
Now that I think about it, Penella. Now that I think about it, you wouldn't be able to heal my character normally. He'd actually need repair rolls.
Well, I'm keeping your biological function stable. Because you're still biological, right?
No, yes, he's still biological.
Yeah, General Grievous still needed healing.
Yeah, most of his body's though mechanical, and the parts that got damaged were the mechanical parts.
Well, I guess I can make a repair roll or knowledge engineering, which I'm really good at. But that happened later. Anyway, I'll go to the girl here. Do they want me to remove the hearts now?
I'm gonna interrupt and be like, let's wait. I'm gonna say, let's wait for an actual hospital where we can do this.
Soldier in the background. While Sarah says that, soldier in the background revs a chainsaw and goes, "Aww," joking.
And so I'll say to you guys, Zale and them, they're walking down. It's kind of somber. It's like everybody's quiet now. It's like the storm has passed.
Is she mute? Like she throughout this entire game hasn't said a single word.
You guys have she has a journal. She has character. It's just she hasn't said anything to you guys. You guys haven't encountered each other by happenstance.
Rook is in the ship going, "Hey guys, can I get a hospital? I'm in a lot of pain right now."
No, you're staying at ship and you'll like it.
The eclipse has been full. It is midnight, and the first eclipse has gone in fully. As you guys have been able to prevent an entire war, the destruction of the Confederacy from happening.
Penella pretty much started to begin with and then fixed it in the end.
The Confederacy or elves?
Mostly,
I thought it was more than
but there's humans.
No, Penella, technically you did start it. That's why Zale was going on a murder hobo path right there.
But what were they going to do if I didn't do any of that? What were they going to do? Sacrifice to do what?
Well, what happens, you guys don't really know about the hearts. I was actually expecting one of you guys to use the hearts and try to buy some power from Pythul or Zool. I was expecting you guys to do that.
I'm a good person.
Well, we're not evil.
Right.
We're good boys and girls.
It was an option. Maybe you were curious. You put the heart on the throne or figure it out or do something like that. I thought you guys might do something.
I have the skull. I was going to play with the skull and see what it does when I get to my room.
Out of curiosity, right. What would the power we gain from that be?
You get a wish. It's
you get a wish for anything.
You get a wish. You can wish for anything.
It's exactly what Zool was in the first game.
I wish Jane was just like me.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, surprisingly,
We'd be the same species.
Surprisingly, I'd probably wish for I'd probably wish for my own private army.
Ooh. Everybody has wishes.
Oh my gosh, that makes Walt Disney even more scary now.
Right.
How many children has he sacrificed?
You don't know. Did he sacrifice children?
No, he didn't do anything. He said he'd never used the well.
No, but he
Sarah
had
would
one.
know that.
It makes it even worse
I don't
now.
know.
I
don't know.
Here's the thought, though. It makes this even worse now because Walt Disney knew this, apparently. I'm assuming here.
Yeah, he knew.
And he put the wish-granting device inside S-Cast.
Yeah.
To make you a real boy.
He knew that you were gonna go to somebody important to him. There was a favor that was probably asked of Benjamin.
Okay, well, no, that's done. And everyone's walking away. I just go and scoop up the rest of the dust and consume it into my body.
Jesus Christ.
I want to study this shit. What is this? Or is it dust just gold? Useless.
You feel, it was actually the one that was in S-Cast. And, you feel deep pain. Something's not right. It's not like physical pain, it's emotional pain, and it goes through every cell in your body. There's a darkness.
Oh God, it burns.
It does.
What is real?
Yes. Plenty
Game over,
man.
Game over.
You just went crazy. Good job, Planella.
Yeah, I'm gonna say these are things that come from immense pain and child sacrifice usually, and they are cursed. and I'll say that you imbibed it. It has genetic material to it, so I'll say you have memories, and you actually do see something quite terrifying that perhaps you can't emotionally explain. You do see the image of a figure that looks like this. And he's pointing at the wishing well. And there's a wishing well. It's not like these altars. It's different. It's bloody. It's a huge goblet. And he's pointing down into it.
The wishing well at installation 13.
Wait, so am I actually in it, or is this just a memory?
It's a vision, it's a memory, but you're not, like, out of it. You just... It's like you see something in your head and it's very vivid and real, but you can see the world around you.
Can I go in? Can I go towards the wishing well?
Yeah, do you, in your mind, go towards it?
I go towards the wishing well and just look down.
You begin to cough.
Oh, gosh.
You begin to cough.
I run away.
Come at it. You can't. You're trapped. You have your hands on the goblet and they're like stone
Samara's gonna eat your ass.
And you're vomiting the heart bits up. You're vomiting them until they come to a hole in the goblet.
I'm rolling a. I'm using a Benny on that spirit roll to break the fuck out of this.
Is this all psychological?
Another Benny. Okay, 6.
Planola, it's fine. Everybody's looking at Planola. It's perfectly fine. She's just a little distracted. But you do come out of the thought, Planola. You have control over this vision.
I then move
so
all the I'm gonna move all the what's it called? I'm gonna go over to the edge and I'm like and I'm gonna move all the genetic material because I'm guessing it's still in my system, right?
Yeah, you can move it out.
I'm moving all the way up to my hand and I'm just pouring it over the edge.
You hear a whisper. It sounds like a child crying, but in the distance. As they leave your body and go into the abyss.
Is there any dust on the ground that I can see?
Probably.
You're on the ship. You're winded. Shut up.
Can you shut up?
Well, yeah, I would think that you are you're not unconscious, but you can't see anything. There are gold flecks as they disappear into the abyss.
A wolf pack member will gather up some of that and have the same fucking blue thing.
He's gonna eat it?
Is there enough of it left after I actively picked it up and consumed it?
What a wolf pack!
He just said there's some on the ground.
And so he just eats it.
Not a lot. I would say the wolf pack wouldn't notice it. I'd say no.
Why would your wolf pack eat
nuts?
These
guys are like recruits. They're like recruits who are better trained and they're training for better skills. So they're like the Black Ops kind of guys in training. So no, I don't think they would even pay attention to that. But Planola, you do. You get rid of it. The War Maester pipes up and says, "It's midnight. It is forbidden to be out over late. Let our transgressions be forgiven in the past, and let us move forward in the light."
What?
As he carries. Yeah, so so what he's saying is he's saying, let the transgressions be in the past. Let this event pass as it never was, and let us go into the light, meaning that let us move forward from here without transgression. So let's go and sleep.
Okay, I go to my room, or I guess I start going. I'm gonna stay next to Mrs. Doesn't Have a Heart, and just look over her.
Okay.
And I guess I tell Jane to park the transport back outside and come to my room.
And she obeys. She does that. So is that what so you guys tell me how you want to spend the rest of the night. Everything's calming down. There was literal hell going on outside. But the armies have calmed down because of Nazine, actually. She was able to calm everything by joining the two armies together. She was able to do that.
And
I'm gonna go back to my room and I'm gonna really try and analyze and look at the skull.
Awesome.
Because
so let's transition you guys back.
And on the way back, what was the name of the girl with the hearts thing?
Silvara. The pale one. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask her if I could have a strand of her hair.
You could probably just take one. She's unconscious.
Okay, I take a strand of her hair, and I start looking, analyzing it.
That same pain you got from the heart can be felt with her.
Can so I tell the? Okay, so I can feel the child that was sacrificed for her.
You feel a similar darkness, and you feel a similar pain.
I try to find the source of the voice, I guess.
Okay.
Can
And
I find the crying child? Can I save the crying?
I'll say you see the mother of Silvara, the true mother. You see the creature. It's tall. It's strong.
I'm copying this thing.
Oh yeah, and it has a light pale skin and 4 arms.
Yeah, kind of like the opposite of the dark elves.
Very different.
I mean, just pale versions of dark elves.
Right. So these people, you think that perhaps they have a similar genetic code as the pale ones. As you look at them, they look remarkably similar to the enemy.
I guess I go up to her and just kind of stare, waiting to see if she says anything.
Who, Silvara?
No, pale lady.
Which one?
The 4-armed one.
Oh, well, I mean, in your vision, that's all you see. She doesn't interact with you. She just blankly stares, and you get an idea of what she smells like, what kind of demeanor she has. A violent one, a power-hungry one.
This isn't a interactive vision.
No,
it's just
not like before. You think that perhaps something was different about the vision from before.
Okay. Oh, I keep it in mind. This genetic data of evil. I mean, cough, power. Yeah. And then I guess I'll go to my room with Jane and do things like sleep. And
yeah,
talk
I want to have a
sleep.
role-playing moment for all of you before you guys go to sleep, because the wedding is still tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you want to try and help the War Maester with the girl, he's doing prayers. He has her covered up in a new robe, because it was torn from her, but he covered her up and she lies in the center of this glyph, and he's doing prayers over her.
I asked him if he could use some biological assistance.
He says no. He's I think it's more of a religious thing where he's trying to purify her, if you will. But it's not like he's trying to do anything actively with the heart, because it's been a long-standing problem. And he does the prayer, and she seems to have a different spirit about her. I'll let you notice that.
Do I think I could, if I was to entangle myself into her, would I be able to like find that sensation, the emotion, and be able to remove it, like a purifier?
You could try it. He's gonna actually. He took her into a room. He finished the prayer, and she's in a room now. So I'll give you that. And he's out in the main hallway again.
I ask his permission to do this because I don't. He's the authority here.
He says if you think you can help comfort her, go for it. He says do it if you see it right.
Okay, I merge into her form, so pretty much I become a very thick blanket that covers her, I guess. Because I don't have internal organs, so I can just shape myself around her. I cocoon her! I am the cocoon, she is the larvae.
Okay, so you do go... Let me reveal the room to you, Planella. Let me do that for you.
Okay.
It's right here.
We might have to move us back. I'm still on this temple.
Oh, oops. I'm sorry. Let me move you.
Okay, and shift click me over there.
Sure thing. Let me do that real quick.
Okay, I guess, yeah. So, and there with her, and I guess I'm just gonna start the process of taking out the bad shit and replacing it with synthetic cells. Or I guess organically synthetic cells.
So you're in Silvara's room, and you kind of break curfew, but you're in there, and he is giving you permission, the Maester, the spiritual leader, and you attach yourself to her, and she's unconscious, she's in a lot of pain, but you're able to soothe that. Go ahead and roll a spell for me, spell check, if that's what you intend to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can do. I want to use my last penny on that.
Okay.
4.
So you succeed, and you reach the heart. The heart is what corrupts, and her body is shrouded in a darkness that is familiar to you. From before, it feels almost the same.
I'm gonna using the genetic data. I understand, and this is really up to you, Demon. If I'm able to do this, I'm gonna start making her a second heart in her body.
Interesting. So I'll say that you tap into her spinal fluids, and you begin constructing something of a similar stem nature to her heart, and she's developing a second heart.
Yeah.
I will give you that. That's interesting.
It's kind of like, and then as this heart develops and becomes strong, I'm guessing this is like an all-night process. But as this is going on, just take out, using data from her and the other elves I've seen, I'm going to construct a heart that should function biologically the same. And I guess I can use my MacGyver here. So instead of technology, it's biology.
Awesome.
And I just replace her hearts, and I put the new heart into circulation, and I see if I can't eject the old heart without hurting her.
Planella with the magic touch. All right, I love it.
I did kind of eat her. I am kind of
getting all kinds
her.
of genetic information. In fact, I'll give you a better picture on who her mother was, because this would make a lot of sense that you would be interacting with her cells on a very intimate level, and there is cellular memory within all life forms. So I will say that you're getting a clear picture of who her mother was, and I would say that even you're starting to get an idea of what their language was like, how they sounded, how they acted.
Okay, time to roll intelligence and use my great intelligence to decipher.
What are you trying to decipher? If you can take the heart out?
No, that's the magic abilities, but like I'm deciphering the memories.
Okay. Yeah.
So pretty much I'm trying to learn the language.
I'll say that you're getting a pretty good grasp on it. I'll say that you can mimic their physical form very easily from the time you're spending with this girl. And I will say that the language is still going to be a mystery to you, and you think you'd need to spend more time with this woman in order to get a good grasp on it.
Okay. Well, so I guess I do the hard thing, and then I'm still on her until she regains consciousness. And when she regains consciousness, it's gonna be like she's in an ERM. What are they called when they do electromagnetic scans? EMR.
I don't recall.
CAT scan. It's called CAT scan, or it's called a CT scan.
It's like she's in a little pod, and there's all these wires entering into her body. That's what
that's a CT scan.
Yeah, you're breaking up a shit ton, by the way. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's what she wakes up to. What should she react to of being in?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume also by the end of this you're gonna be pretty tired yourself.
Yeah, this is probably exhausting. I'll probably be at the wedding sleeping.
I'll say she's stabilized. Are you going to take the heart out of her?
I'm going to attempt to if I have enough confidence that the new heart's well in place, and if I can remove this one without killing her.
Tell you what, do you have the ability to produce toxins?
You gave me the ability to produce toxins,
just
so yes.
I'll say that you can knock her out, and you can probably cut her open, if you wanted to. I will be expecting, you may want help with this actually, but I will be expecting a -2 on a medicine check, or is it a healing check, to be able to surgically remove.
If it's going to be a surgical removal, then I'm just going to disconnect everything going to the old heart and making it go to the new heart instead.
That's awesome. Okay.
So that way the old heart isn't circulating its corruption through the body.
That's really smart. I'll give you that. So she has a flow of blood. So even if you don't do such a good job on the medicine check, or the healing check, or whatever you're trying to do, a science check, I'm looking for any of these things.
Can I do engineering?
I'll say that's not the department. She's not a machine.
No.
Unfortunately.
Like a rook can help.
I guess I'll calm. Let's see. Do you know of anyone with medical expertise?
Just calm Rook, and he'll help you.
Yeah, I'll calm Rook to come in. Like Rook, this is like in the morning, the sun's just barely risen, and you hear my voice. It's like, come over to Savara's room.
With the morning jog, so he's heading that way.
Yeah,
it sounds very. The voice you hear sounds like Planella, but it kind of sounds like extremely distorted.
There.
Let me see what you rolled. Oh yeah, it's great.
Guys.
You did a fantastic job. Hey, what's up?
It's 3:30 a.m. And I kind of want to go to bed.
Okay. Can I get you to stay for 10 more minutes and have an interaction with Sarah?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we get the hard outs.
Hold on. Stop there, Planilla.
Okay.
I want you to continue doing this, but I want to go to Sarah and Zach first before Zach has to go. So, Zach and Sarah.
I'm going to thoroughly investigate the onyx skull.
Do you want to
Because the
talk to
first few
Zach?
times I kind of just like briefly looked through it and stuff. Yeah, I'll tell Zach. I got the skull, dude. I nabbed that.
So Zach, you see that she's excited, but
Yeah.
Zach, is there some? Do you have like questions for Sarah, or Sarah? Do you have questions for Zach in all of this?
No, I do not have questions for Zach.
Zach,
Rip off
do you
my
have any?
clothes, you beast. That's what he says in there.
I can't think of any. No. No.
Well, I'll say that the adventure has been long, but you guys are friends. You're close friends, so you don't think this was different? You know, the whole
Close friends. They're like
experience?
practically married.
Pretty much.
They waited.
Well, I mean, like, what?
They waited.
Nothing
20,000
crazy
years
happened
for each
between
other.
us, so it's not like any of us argued.
No.
No, I guess you guys just survived the encounter, and Sarah, you saved the Confederacy from complete and utter destruction.
Hey,
That's
hey.
why we like each other. We don't make a whole big deal out of it.
All right.
It was a team effort.
Shut your doors and prepare the lovemaking.
Well, I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to be able to speak to one another, because you guys really haven't. And Zach, you've been so quiet this evening. I wanted to give you a chance to maybe even express your character or do something like that before you left.
He's a shy boy.
Or maybe I'll get you to do it in time.
It's not really about being shy. It's just me not having a goddamn clue what I'm supposed to say, was supposed to do. Really. I mean,
There's
like
nothing
shy,
you're supposed to do.
like the whole spiel that we're running around in this place investigating. Sure, no problem. When we start talking about politics and all the different houses and whatnot, I don't have a clue what you guys are talking about. I
I
mean,
was same. I was just bullshitting a lot.
I don't have a clue at all what I'm gonna say. It's like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming.
I mean, for fuck's sake, I had to like watch Game of Thrones twice in order to remember at least some of the names and the house and shit.
Well, I just wanted to give you guys the spotlight. Maybe I can get you guys in time to... maybe I can find a way to get you guys to communicate more.
Send
But yeah,
private
sounds like-
messages to each other. I don't know.
Yeah, like if you guys want to roleplay something on the side, like you just want to have a conversation together, you can include me in there and I'll watch it, and then I'll be able to like do stuff.
Anybody realize that if the rooms of this area are arranged in a way they're a swastika?
I hadn't noticed. It would be a coincidence. Yes, there's apparently a swastika in the dorm room. I hope nobody's offended.
Wait, what? Why is there a swastika?
It wasn't
Never mind,
intentional.
I don't
I didn't
care.
intend to do that because the swastika doesn't have any resemblance with the Zeldar or any of the houses in this campaign. But
Where's the swastika? I don't see one.
Oh, it's the rooms themselves.
well,
That doesn't really resemble.
Not really, yeah.
so
Almost.
Zach, if you're really tired, you could just be like, "I'm going to bed, Sarah." That's a nice skull you have, and I guess you can say your goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
That
Good
is not a
night.
swastika. It's too low on that one house when it goes into duties. Good night, man.
Yeah. Right. Night.
Good night, Zach.
See you tomorrow, maybe.
Dream of being free from Sweden.
What?
Dream of being free from Sweden.
I will.
In Sweden.
So yeah.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Night.
All right. So
We've lost
back
our best character.
Does anything happen, by the way, when I am looking at the onyx skull or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll say that you're actually looking in all directions this time, and I'll let you know. You do see a light coming from where you think Silvara's room would be. It's like a virtual thing. It only scans.
One guy was like, it's a dark sorcery or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but what exactly makes it dark sorcery?
It has a connection to these lights, you think. It's not so much as finding them as it is communicating with them. That's
Okay.
the sense you get. Is there anything else? Like, Sarah, I still want to be on you for a little bit before we go back to the heart transplant, before it's daylight time. And the wedding,
No.
the wedding, the best part of the game will occur soon. The
Yeah.
wedding is still on.
Public fucking, yay! I mean, that's what the wedding is, right? We established this. The wedding's gonna be public fucking because they do public nudity.
You don't know. You have brace for the worst. So Rook and you guys work together, and I'll say you don't have to roll for this. You're able to, Penela, really, you try hard. You're able to recreate the heart, and you guys are able to cut out the old one.
And then I guess I used almost the last bits of my energy to heal the surgical area. Make sure it's all closed and. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Just on my voice thing goes down sometimes. So yeah, we got the heart. Flanella uses like the last of her energy to heal up the surgery. And she returns to her normal form, kind of like very weary, and draped. She asks Rook for the false hearts.
Okay.
Rook, do you give it to her? Yes. Okay. Then I'll go. Seeing how it's morning, I'll go to War Master Wrath. I'll give it to him.
Like panting as you're going to him, like, here's the heart.
Yeah, there's like blood on you and everything, and
I'm more plant-like than normal.
And he actually looks at you and he goes, "What have you done?"
I cleansed the evil out of her.
Is the girl okay? Is she alive?
I made her a second heart. Oh god, I'm gonna pass out.
Incredible.
Can you bring me meat? I need meat.
He points to the kitchen. There should be something in there for you.
Cafeteria.
Yeah.
Okay, I give it to him, and I just walk over here, and I just tell everyone I can see, meat here now.
And they give it to you, and you snarf it all down.
I just fall onto it, and I like consume it through my flesh.
You sleep on top of it.
Like my mouth is subconsciously eating it.
It must be the most terrifying
You're like
thing.
sleep
anybody's ever
eating.
seen.
It's like melding into my body.
It's like
And
an
so-
amoeba. Just like.
Flanella is naked. She
absorbing
doesn't
it.
even have a toga on. She had to take off the toga to meld with the other person. She didn't even bother putting it back on. Jane has the toga. It's gonna put it on me when she finds me.
Okay, gluttony.
And Jane, I will say, yeah, she is coming. She's looking for you, and she finds you. And the dining hall is covered in blood red. The moons are still transitioning outside. There are 3 moons on this planet, and they both intersect to create the blood moon. The blood moons that you guys are seeing. But I want to go to Rook real quick before I go back to Sarah. So what is going on with you, Rook? Are you still in Silvara's room?
No, he's currently back in his room.
Okay, that would be right here. It's where I think you chose to stay.
Yeah.
So what thoughts are going through your head? What's going on with you? I understand you're communicating with someone?
Dealing with the people who turned him the way he is currently.
I would imagine that would be your commander, Dano, would be the one who's responsible for you. You don't know exactly if he's the one that orchestrated your creation, but he's probably the one that you would think is responsible.
Seeing as how it'd be really retarded just to contact him and tell him everything that he's pretty much seen.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
So what are you thinking?
Well, honestly, I was thinking that Rook is probably in a relationship with one of his recruits.
Interesting. And does the recruit have a name?
He's Wolf Team 3. He has no name.
I'm going with her. I'm going with
Shitty.
Did you have a name?
said Lucy.
Okay.
Is it a guy or a girl? 'Cause that's definitely a girl's name.
That's what I just said.
Oh. I'm from
And-
Planella to seduce.
So one of your soldiers does report for duty. Do you talk? What kind of interaction are you guys having?
It's mainly talk about what happened today and that we may just leave this place.
Right, maybe. But you're still under the Confederacy, so you'd have to consider your ties if you wanted to leave it all behind. Do you think that perhaps your job here has been served?
Besides, I'm not really liked here to begin with anyway.
And plus, you have a commanding officer to follow now.
Well, yeah, I would say that your commanding officer had a lot of well, I think that you did a lot to save the situation by negating Zanilla as a combative factor, but I would say he's pleased with you. You haven't really spoken to him, though. You haven't been able to. Perhaps tomorrow.
Perhaps.
So is there did you have anything in particular you wanted to look into? She's talking with you, she's shooting the shit with you.
But not really. It's just he just doesn't really have anything to look into, and he's kind of putting all of his effort. We're currently trying not to be what the example here is, but the average high school teenager's never had a date before.
Mm. So he just doesn't know how to interact with her socially?
Yeah.
She gives you a pack of cigarettes.
Well, he's an edgelord. Of course he doesn't know how to interact with her.
Luck.
My question is, why is she in his unit?
Trained her.
Right. She does. She doesn't really know how to speak with you either, but she does give you a pack of cigarettes. She's willing to listen to you. She takes off her helmet. She's listening. She looks more like she's kind of bulky in her armor. You couldn't really tell if she was a woman or not in the armor until she took off her helmet. You know who it is.
How beautiful is she?
that's
Roll
nice.
for beauty.
I'll say she's fair. I'm not gonna say she's like she's an orc. You have a relationship with an orc. No.
She's an orc?
Yep.
What?
No, she's not. I'm not gonna do that to poor.
Yeah, she's a troll.
She's a big troll.
I don't think you realize how sexy orcs are nowadays.
Have you looked at World
Oh.
of Warcraft?
Oh my gosh, the femme trolls.
I have a sci-fi picture of a orc, actually. It's an orc in a suit in space.
Tauren is the best race, hands down, though.
Well, do you want to think about this interaction for a little bit before I move on to Sarah and then Planella? Do you want to think about, because like I want to get them to, because we're getting into the wedding and I want to get their inputs in, and then we'll come back to you and see if you have any thing you want to say to
Honestly,
Lucy.
he might just ask. He might just ask her if she wants to stay for the night, hang out, sort of thing.
She says, "Yeah."
You're her commanding officer!
I know. She takes
It
in
is
information.
not uncommon for soldiers to have relationships with their commanding officers in the military.
It's prohibited.
It is prohibited, though. But you guys breaking the rules. The doors slide closed behind the both of you.
He's an edgelord. Of course he's willing to break some rules.
Yep. He's breaking all the rules.
Here it is.
I'm pretty sure
Here is the image. I need to bring it to Discord. Yeah, so orcs in the future.
Oh my. Perhaps. Yeah, I would say orcs have a more human like look
She's
to
an
them.
orc,
I would
though.
give that. She's not an orc. She's not an orc. Lucy's not an orc. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm not giving evil that power.
I'll say she's probably
I'm
an
not.
elf.
We were just talking about orc.
She's an elf. I'll say that she is an elf, much like you.
An ale.
Yo.
Elf.
Don't call her an elf.
She's no, don't call her. Well, I mean, Rook. Actually, you could call her an elf.
Oh.
This is the one situation where.
That's what she looks like.
Yep.
Elfin lied, really?
So you do, Rook. You call her your elf.
I mean, they're elfins, elves.
Bruh, if I saw her IRL, I'd be like, nope. Do not need you in my life.
Invisible tentacles might come out of her and kill everyone out of jealousy.
So
I'm
yes,
okay with
Rook.
that.
She says, "I need help out of my armor," and she turns around expectantly.
Oh.
And
God!
and so you call her elf, and it's actually, I haven't told you any of this, but the reason why you don't call elves is because it's a term of deep desire, passion, and affection.
Oh.
Oh
You
God!
can be my elf any day, baby.
He knows what he's saying when he says that too. God.
That's because he is partial one.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! That agility.
And so I will
2
say,
pounds for armor.
She doesn't even realize it.
I will say it fades to black, and Rook, I would say that you will feel refreshed in the morning. However, this is dangerous, because you have to understand that there are consequences for your actions, should this ever bleed through. So I want to go back to Sarah now. Sarah, what are you doing? Can you sleep? Okay. I lost connection.
No, it's also.
Perhaps.
Sorry about that. I disconnected. I don't know what happened. My internet went down. Can you hear me?
I would
Yeah.
hear you now.
Awesome.
You were breaking up with us. We were crying because we wanted to make the relationship work, and now you're back.
You know, Penella, the one thing I have to argue with you is if you think that's, and if you think them two is against the rules for having a relationship, what do you call you and Jane?
But here's the thing.
Strange.
I've never, that's like the dynamic of Penella's relationship with Jane, is that Penella's never going to push that because Penella's a stickler for the rules. So even if Penella has strong feelings for Jane, she won't, act like that with them.
It's always secretive.
Hold on one moment. Well, Sarah, I want you to tell me what's going through your head. Are you sleeping well? Is something bothering you? Zach's asleep. He's passed out. Zach just, completely out of it.
Well,
But you do have the skull.
I mean, it's just because he's asleep doesn't mean she can't get it on.
No doesn't matter when you're asleep.
Mm.
What's the
Well,
thing from
I'm
this
gonna
thing?
really put it on and look at it and stuff like that if nothing happens. I was going to get Planella, but I think that's no longer a viable option.
With their romantic, sexy saxophone song.
So, okay. So you go ahead and
That's for you.
You've looked at the skull, you've done everything, and I suppose you don't have any more questions. The wedding's coming up. I assume you're excited about that.
Oh, with the skull, does it make an accurate star map though?
Yeah. You can see what it feels like. It feels like you're a giant fish in a giant ocean, looking at all the specks of in the distance, and you can see across the stars different lights.
What lights that are like this?
Yep, lights that are like the one that you saw.
Huh. Interesting.
If you have noise-canceling headphones from the room next door.
I doubt it, but the walls are pretty thick, so I'd say you guys are safe. Alright, and so Planella, your shining moment with Jane.
She's just putting the toga on me as I'm just like sleeping on meat.
I'd say she wakes you up, and she's gonna try and get you to come back to the room.
I'm like eating meat, like half my front of my body has become a mouth and just like eating it.
Yeah.
Lord, oh gosh, I'm so hungry. I'm going full plant. Instead of actually putting it into my body or tearing it up and putting it in my body, I actually have my roots have come out and are in the meat, sucking up the nutrients from inside it, just like a real plant.
And she'd be taken aback by this. It's disturbing to see Planella eat, but she knows you're just different, and she's gonna try and coax you out. And she's not gonna touch the meat because she doesn't want to end up getting eaten either. So
Planella just like pulls the meat into her body, and now like I guess her breasts and butts and legs and everything, she just becomes thicker because the meat's literally being stored inside of her.
Planella is gaining a few pounds. She had like, what is it now? Like 20 pounds of meat today? It's crazy.
20?
Yeah, something like that.
40.
You know,
40
yeah,
pounds.
maybe 40. It could be a lot.
Well, I mean, I just like exhausted all my energy reserves for that surgery.
Yeah.
But I guess I go back to the room with Jane.
And she does. She lays you in bed, and I guess you clean yourself up from all the blood that you've got on you. And the cleaning staff.
I ate the blood.
Oh wow!
What are you talking about? I consumed it. I consumed everything organic.
So the mucus membrane you left on the table, the staff comes over and cleans it up after she gets you to your room, and she goes into the corner, and you see her open up a little book, and she begins writing in it, and she puts it away, turns off the lamp.
Good. Sleep now. Dreams.
And you do. Do you sleep, actually?
Well, I guess I can't technically. Oh my gosh, I've absorbed enough biological material. I actually go to sleep. I want to see what this thing called dreams people have is.
I mean, she can have visions, so technically she can sleep.
But see, the visions were like in the subconscious. But she's a plant. She kind of like hibernates, kind of like half on, half off. But now she goes fully off and goes like tries to have dreams. Because that's one thing I brought up, that Planella never has had a dream before.
Well, dreaming is when you're almost awake. You're not very
She's never
deep
gone through the cycles of REM. And now that she's absorbed enough, now that she's absorbed enough biological material from people, she actually can make her brain do that.
Probably. And I'll say that for your first dream, you feel like
it's a nightmare.
Not really. No, actually, you are looking at Zool, and he's just looking at you. You're not afraid, though. You're not afraid. You guys are just looking at each other.
That's even scarier.
That is a nightmare. What are you talking about?
If she's not scared, that's even worse.
You hear whispers, but no, Planella. It's a strange thing. You should be afraid. You're in a very strange place. You feel like you've totally transported. You've lost sense of yourself. You've lost sense of all your individual cells, and you've become an individual. And this thing is looking at you, and you feel as though he's looking at what it is to be Planella. He's looking at you.
And Planella, for some reason, doesn't have the accent in her dream. For some reason, maybe it's because she doesn't think of the accent. It's like, you are powerful. You will be added to the collection.
You can hope.
And he reaches inside of you, Planella, and he pulls out a golden star.
I grab his arms.
You can't.
I grab his arms.
You try. Your body trembles. But you're not afraid. You're a little frustrated.
You don't have the agility of Rook over here.
Right. No, probably not. But it's not a test of skill. It's a dream. And you fight yourself, and you wake up out of your slumber. There's no golden star.
I wake up at my slumber saying, I will consume you!
Jane is startled, but daylight is here. And Jane was asleep, but you startled her awake. And she looks at you and she says, What are you talking about? Why would you say that to me?
I had a dream, and thing reached in me, grab thing. I wanted to consume him, but I couldn't. I couldn't move. I couldn't feel myself. I couldn't feel. I grabbed Jane by the shoulders, like looking at her, like I couldn't feel.
Kind of startled. She's never seen you like this. No, I need you to calm down, Planella, please. You're scaring me.
I couldn't feel. What is that? How can you not feel?
I'm hungry.
I know Planella doesn't make any sense what she's saying, but
Planella is now like that just Vietnam vet who just got back from his 4th tour.
Yeah, totally went PTSD. Jane looks at you and she goes, "Okay, Planella, I think you're tired, but we have to be up pretty soon. You know what I think would help is maybe a shower. Do you like showers? They have one over there. I'll let you go first."
Can you not feel?
What do you mean, Planella? Feel?
Feel yourself.
And she doesn't know what you mean. She's looking at you quizzically.
Can you not feel yourself moving within yourself? Can you not feel all the individual parts of you making up the whole?
I guess not. Can you?
Yes. Isn't that not normal? Planella's having a crisis of...
Yeah, you're having an existential crisis right now. Because he showed
too
something
much
to you.
DNA.
It's like your dream was speaking to you on a level that you haven't really experienced before. It has given you an inner conflict. But Jane probably isn't the person who would know. You'd have to spend more time.
Dreaming.
When I was instructing, it's just like, okay, showers. It'd probably be faster if we could save water if we go together.
And she kind of blushes at you, and she's like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Planella isn't even thinking about it that aspect. She's just thinking like she's retreating.
She finds
into
it funny
science.
because it's like part of her is like, I would never take a shower with somebody else, but then like at the same time she's like, well, it's just Planella.
I'm just a dog. I'm just a pet. It's like going into the bath with your dog. And
I would say not dog, but like a friend. No, I would say friends. It'd probably be the best thing.
Going to the Japanese shower or baths with someone.
I think if you tried to touch Jane right now, she would probably not be too receptive to it because you did scare the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Insert porno music here.
Also, I need to roll something. The normal spirits.
But all of you do.
Oh God. Wow.
You do well.
So taking all the genetic data so far, Planella is feeling unstable. So Planella like goes to the shower, and, like starts it up as Jane's getting ready because Planella is already naked. And as Planella is like poking at the thing, she looks down, and suddenly she's pink, as in flesh.
Right.
It's like what?
You look like one of the apes, if you will, as the elves would say. In what way did you develop that? Are you mimicking skin?
I'm mimicking the outer, the outer layer of a mix of human and elf.
Congratulations!
The beauty of the elf.
You're a real girl now.
I'm a real girl. And I'm looking at Jane. It's like,
Jane actually comes in. And she's
your
like,
epidermis is showing.
Your epidermis is showing. No, she's actually pretty shocked at this. She's like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to mimic being a human? Why would you do that?"
I'm And Penelope's speaking without a list or her S's now because she just can't for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I'm not doing this actively. Ah!
And Jane is she doesn't know what to make of this. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe we need to speak to Angela.
It's so feely as I'm like rubbing my hands together. It's like I can feels.
So it's like you've actually developed skin.
Yeah, I
That's
finally
incredible.
developed skin. This whole time you've been looking at my muscle layer.
And she's gonna touch you with her skin, and she's gonna see, do you feel all this? Like before, and she's
Ah!
like shocked.
What? It's like new sensations. Can you please turn off the romantic music?
Yes, sorry.
I mean,
I haven't been hearing any music.
I turned that shit off a while ago.
But yeah, Planella is just like she goes on with the shower. It's like feeling water on the skin for her first time, and she's really freaked out because she's not absorbing the water.
And
Right.
how would Planella react to being tickled?
I don't think Jane would tickle her. Jane is kind of cautious of Planella right now.
And Planella's like having difficulties. Like she's able to get the vines out, but the vines like they come out slowly now rather than quickly. Planella like
Strange.
she tries to open her mouth fully, but she can only open her mouth like a human can because the skin's getting in the way of fully opening the jawline.
Wow.
This being said, if you're trying to, what happens if you try to shoot one of your thorns out?
Actually, Planella probably would try to do that, and she like tries to make a thorn, but instead it's like
going
a
full Wolverine.
yeah, it's like bone comes out instead.
And Jane Jane is, you're kind of freaking her out right now. She's like, you know what? I think I'm done.
Actually, yeah, no,
okay.
yeah. Planella feels the bone, but she doesn't like shoot it out because she does realize Jane's freaking the fuck out.
Right.
Planella
So
finishes the shower and they like lays on top of her bed and just kind of like paralyzed there until someone tries to get her out of the room. She's also
Jane-
still naked, by the way.
no, yeah. So Jane would try to help you. She's ready. She's put on her toga. She's fresh. She cleaned up her hair. Everything's set, but you're still on the bed, and she has a toga for you. And she says to you, I know right now it's hard. I know you don't know what's going on. But just come with me, and let's see the wedding together. You'll be fine.
Planella puts on the toga and feels super weird. Wearing clothes is weird.
Does she look
Also,
human?
cold breeze on the skin.
So Planella looks like Planella still, but just instead of green, it's an actual layer of skin.
Wow.
And she's white. Well, yeah, she's white, but not as white as she's whiter than humans, but not as white as the elves. So kind of like an in between because of all the.
What you're saying is you're an Irish redhead.
I'm an Irish redhead, yes, and even with the freckles. Let's put the freckles in there too.
Jane goes, well, you look good. You look human. I
You
really
look
couldn't
like
tell.
a bombshell.
Yeah,
Maybe-
she's like shocked.
Well, if I could create a new heart, maybe I just subconsciously created this layer of skin.
Yeah, it would seem like it. Yeah. It's just like that little creature you made me that one time. I still
Yes.
have it, actually. And she has it in a little pouch. She pulls it out. Little creature is there.
Well,
Looks like her.
it's become a plant by now.
Probably.
Insert song here. She's by Cheryl's by.
What?
Well, no, like,
There's my chair.
Well, yes,
so you guys are ready.
let's like when I was like trying to get the S back, like, why do I sound so different? Let's
And she helps you say it, let's go.
no, it's a long okay, let's go. I'll follow you.
And she leads you out. Sarah, the time has come. You and Zach are all prepared and ready and dressed. You have your togas on. Are you ready to go to the
Time for
wedding?
the party! Time for
Yeah,
the wedding!
I'm assuming you guys try to walk by and knock on Rook's door or something to let him know.
No, I wouldn't. I would think that you're up by now.
Yeah, I would probably
I mean,
say
you're
the
the
same
soldier.
as well.
Like, in character, you were always just around.
Unless you lost track of time, I don't know.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, you're right. We're soldiers, and we'd probably stick to protocol in that case. So, real quick, one of the soldier in his room is going. Lucy's going to try to roll a stealth roll to get the hell out of there before everybody notices she's in there with him.
Can I roll a notice?
I searched Scottish redhead spacesuits and I got a lot of Amy Pond.
Can I roll a notice?
Go ahead and try. Yes.
I think I noticed.
You noticed her.
I'm not gonna say anything though.
You notice a soldier basically walk out of there carrying some of her armor in her hands as she moves back to her dorms.
Yes, Sarah, you think something unethical is probably happening.
Unethical? I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe not. You know, you don't really have knowledge of the.
I'm not a military.
No.
Escas walks out of the room.
I think it's cute.
Brooke walks out of the room, rolls a notice roll as he's putting his helmet back on.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead and roll.
Sarah trying to hide the fact that she's even looking.
No, I'm like, good luck, you two. I walk away.
He looks over to you and goes, "Please, for the love of God, do not tell anybody."
Oh, of course I won't, silly.
She's lying. Don't trust her.
What? When have I ever?
I trust her more than you right now, Pinky.
Well, you see, I'm thinking like me and Jane, just because of all the crisis, don't come out to last. Like
right. You guys did take a very long time. It took a long time to get Jane to get you out of bed and get you functional again. But she managed it. She coaxed you out.
I'm trying to find a good image of the new Planella look.
Okay. Well, yeah, so Zach and Sarah, you guys are out.
Yeah, I'm basically going wherever everyone else is going.
Alright, so you're going through the dining hall. There was breakfast. However, the ceremony has started without you guys. You've taken a little extra time. Everybody else seems to get
I wouldn't have been waiting if that's the case. Whatever.
Rook was on time as well. Rook and the rest of the squad.
Yeah, Planella and Jane are the only ones that would be late.
Alright, so breakfast is just finished. You guys could probably snag a snack if you would like to.
I grabbed the pile of meat.
Right, there's
God, I can't eat it all at once. Damn it. I grabbed one meat.
Rook's probably having his breakfast of the morning cigarettes.
Morning after cigarettes?
He can't eat normal food, so that's actually what he eats.
That has been interesting.
So yeah, you're smoking, and let me see, Planella and Jane, you guys follow your way out. The breakfast has all been cleaned up. You're able to snag some chicken tendies, and you guys take your seat.
Does anyone
real quick? What does Sarah think of Rook's face right now?
I don't know what's going on with your face.
Nothing.
Picture of what it looks like already.
Well, she probably got a good look at you earlier, right?
Yeah. I don't think anything of it. I'm not really fazed by it. I mean, I know I don't remember the first night, but I've still seen crazy stuff, regardless.
You've seen Planella eat. You've seen crazy.
Yeah, I've seen Planella eat. That face ain't anything crazy.
This is true. This is true.
I guess I would just notice him smoking and be like, why is he smoking at a wedding? But that would be my concern.
Yeah, it could be rude, but nobody seems to really care. Nobody's telling him no.
He would explain it to Sarah about it.
Well, you see, I'm smoking because carbon monoxide.
And then I'll just shrug and be like,
okay. I can't really eat normal food, and that's my version of nourishment.
It's a shame you can't eat normal food, but alright.
You could have bacon and be a veggie. I mean,
at her comment there, I can't eat normal food and it's a shame. He goes, yeah, no shit, honey.
Okay.
You guys noticed Planella. You noticed that
you don't even notice. There's some white girl with with red hair.
Somebody's out there with Jane. Planella's missing. Where's Planella?
I rolled a notice. Would I know it's her?
Hey, look, there's a redhead.
That's still a new person. That's still a new person.
It's a redhead.
I'm gonna say. I want a 6 for it, so I'll say you succeed. You think the redhead is actually Planella. You actually see the resemblance.
I'm gonna
Rook,
be a bit
you do as
shook.
well.
A little bit shook, but I'm not gonna mention it and interrupt the wedding.
No, everybody notices the new person. And they're all a bit put off. Everybody's a little put off. Even Nazine is put off. And she's like next to the groom.
Why is she put off by a sudden human?
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I think she would have an idea of who you're supposed to be because you're with Jane. So, at first she's probably like, what's going on? Who's this person? She's not one of our guests. And then, everybody's got these questions going on.
I'm gonna look back at you then and be like, are you okay?
Rook pipes up, nice seeing you, Penella.
Penella says, I'm a real girl now. Maybe. I don't know. Everything's weird. It's so weird having skin. You know?
I'm a real girl now. No, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but something happened.
It's such a bad. Yeah. It's just a bad drug trip.
Something's happening with Planella, and I'm gonna find out with DMs later, with little personal messages. I want to find out. But without further ado, the wedding has begun. It's beautiful. The morning, the sun has all but gone away. The sky is pink. It's pink with a soft. I don't think you guys have ever seen anything quite like it. The 3 moons are pink. The sky is pink. It's passionate, but it's light. It's like a rose, but not so much red. It's like one of the pink roses. I don't really know how to describe it. It's beautiful. I'll put it that way.
I've been kissed by the rose.
And they're standing before the bridge of the abyss, and in front of the two to be wedded is Maester Wraith. And he has a little thing he wants to say. So you guys are all getting in your seats, getting prepared. He says, 2 houses have been unified this day, and with this marriage will be a lasting peace. From now on, with the Confederacy, there will be unity within the Elven houses, and there will be virtue and justice. God has willed it, and God has blessed us this day. There should be no bloodshed between the houses any longer, and the Republic will be repelled. The Republic will be given the justice due, and thanks to our friends, to those who are brave and courageous and virtuous. Thanks to them, this day has been allowed to happen, and God has smiled upon us all. And he does a few symbols, gestures, and the bridegroom and the bride, they kiss, and they give each other rings, bands, and they're wedded. And there's fireworks, and people are shouting and screaming, and huzzah! And the families are clapping, everybody's standing up, and
yay, no public sex. No,
you didn't see it. It's a little bit formal. Like by human standards, this would be something that maybe humans would do. But it is very formal. People are sitting and watching and seeing, and there's guards everywhere. But no, there's no public orgies. I'm sorry, Planella. The most you get is a kiss.
Until the rave later on tonight.
The elven rave with Master Wraith at the center, boogieing down.
Yeah. So is like people walking around now and talking now it's over?
Yeah, it's been concluded. The eclipse happened. It passed by. The sky is beautiful. Everything. The stars aligned, and they're married.
I guess I go to Silvara and see how she's doing.
Sure. I'll let you do that.
Because I was going to talk to Daniel about being Penella and their group with his squad.
Okay. So Danel is up, and he's with his wife, and Silvara's in the back with her father. Zale and Zanilla nod at you. They're kind of shamefaced, but at the same time, they're happy. And actually, I want you guys to notice that there's a crown on Zale's head. And there wasn't, Zidane didn't even have a crown before.
Before he talks with Daniel, he's gonna go over to Zanella over here and offer his hand and say, well, we can't be enemies anymore, so might as well just be friends.
Oh god,
She
the
looks
cringe.
at you, and she actually, like, it's almost like courtship, and Zale kind of grins, but she takes your hand, and she kisses it like a maiden, and she goes, well, I never had any intentions of killing you, Rook, so no hard feelings to begin with, and I doubt you would have been able to beat me one-on-one.
Oh god, wait, perfect timing. I like walking over to Silverara, and I realize who she is now, that she was the green lady.
Yes.
And I go up to her. Yeah, I go up to her and said, wow, you're not green anymore.
She goes, no, and she actually turns around and looks at you.
Neither are you.
And she looks at you and she goes, oh, well, neither are you. And she changes her face. Some of us are better suited for other things, and she's not actually Elven. She transforms, and you see translucency. You see organs inside of her face, her structure, as the light seems to not pass through it quite right, so she's almost like a watery body. And then she winks at you.
Panella takes this as a challenge. Let's see. Panella changes her skin slightly, or tries to, and succeeds, and now she has pointy ears.
She giggles at you, and Zale actually looks kind of offended by this. She's like, what are you trying to...
Didn't the pointy ears go away? It was just
There
like
are no red-headed elves. Stop this trickery.
What, dyeing hair is not allowed?
Never.
The ginger elves were executed long ago.
Nobody likes the ginger elves.
Nobody likes those soulless beings that the
They have no
gods
souls.
left behind.
No, I'm actually gonna retcon what he just said and goes, well, isn't Daniel's wife over there have red hair?
It's blonde. It's dirty blonde. Rose blonde. It's not red. It's not red, man.
Okay, and I guess I'll go to Silvara and ask how she's doing after this operation.
So, yes, Zanilla kissed Rook's hand, and then she waved at you. And Zale and her are speaking. And you see Silvara. What's up, Rook?
I'm contemplating whether or not to pull a prank on Zale and dye his hair while he's asleep.
Dye all their hair red.
Yeah, dye all the elves' hair red, and then get on the ship and leave before they wake up.
So you do. You're speaking to Silvara. She looks a little insecure. Diarken's looking at you. He looks a little less aggressive than he has been in the past. So you get that vibe. What do you want to say? They're not speaking outwardly to you.
I ask her how she's feeling after last night.
She goes, I don't know what you mean. I mean, I feel different. The scar is actually gone on my chest. Did you guys perform a surgery?
Yes, we could say that. We
So,
kind of.
You were able to find another heart for me?
I made one for you.
You made one for me, and I don't understand.
You saw me yesterday. I was green.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. You look different.
Did you change your hair?
No,
Here's the hair, wasn't it?
Here's
Did
the
you
question.
paint your fingernails?
I'll tell her. Well, you see, I'm not human or any. I'm a unique organism with abilities to manipulate biomatter at whim. And well, last night we performed a cleansing surgery on you, removing all the taint of the amulets.
Without my consent, mind you, Diarken pipes up.
Yes, well, I'm pretty sure if we had tried any later, someone might have tried to kill you for that amulet, and well, I wanted you to be alive and safe, and it was the best time to do it since I had the...
got consent from the other guy.
And he looks at you and goes, I understand. I have you to thank for giving my daughter a second chance.
Yes.
Thank you for helping her.
Yes, and I think this. I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing, but as a consequence for what I did, I grew skin. And I'm like looking at my hand and how it's like skins on it and those fingernails and all that. It's like so. Yeah, go ahead.
Out of character, Evil. How you did the cloning thing with your mini plant ladies? What happens if you do it in this form?
Well, see, it's not a form. I just grew a new organ.
Would all your plant minis you make have skin as well after you create them in this version of you?
No. So like when I created the miniature of Zale's brother, what Zale's brother would look like, I purposely included skin. But the thing was, my character didn't have enough genetic data to make skin yet, like for herself. She didn't know how skin would work on an overall scale. So beforehand, when they had skin, it was aesthetic. Now she actually has a functioning layer of skin.
Yeah.
And that's why she couldn't absorb water anymore, because skin is a hydro retardant. It repels water and protects the internal muscles and organs.
Okay.
So pretty much, my time with Savara, I copied her skin. I copied how her skin worked.
Yeah, you have it's more of you have like really pale skin, so it's like there's no blood, but you have where it should be pink. Like, you know how really cold people, they have like when their noses, the blood circulating through it, you see the pink coming through. With you, I think it's more of it's probably a green. Yeah.
Well, my blood would be green, if anything.
Yeah, it's like a green undertone.
Yeah. So like I've actually, because it's like taking on a circulatory system, but the cells are green and etc. So I don't have blood. I just have that membrane that leaks out.
Basically, you have neon green blood like the predators.
I'm thinking a deeper green.
Probably. Like if you were to cut green veggies, they usually have that green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it makes sense.
I have sap.
And she does. She looks at you. She goes, "Thank you." Is that all you wanted to say? And actually, Jane's gonna hold you by your arm, and I'm gonna get to you, Rook. No worries. Jane actually takes you by your arm just to see if you react to it.
Jane feels goosebumps on my skin.
So Jane's actually really intrigued. She's like, "Wow, yeah, that's really cool." Just under her breath, she just finds you intriguing.
But
yes, she lets you go.
Silvara, I recognize that your family has out of character. It was her family that hadn't yet aligned with the Confederacy, right?
That's not true. She's the daughter. She's a Guldarian. There's different houses within the house Guldar.
Did the Guldarians, have they aligned with the Confederacy?
The Zaldarians and the Guldarians, because of this wedding, have established a lasting peace between the houses.
So, are they part of the Confederacy, or are they not
yet?
Okay.
They are.
Okay, do I know if they have any members in the military?
They will now.
Okay, so I will ask Silvara, now that she's on good health, if she ever needs help in the command structure of the Confederacy Navy, she can count as me as a friend and as a recommendation in case she wants to go to officer school to become an officer, maybe with our logistics branch.
Diarkin speaks up, and she goes, "I don't think so," but Diarkin says, "I will consider what you've said, and I appreciate your extension to befriend my daughter, but I don't think she'll be in the military."
Oh, yeah. We won't want to see her fighting, but
no.
I mean, I did have a poke around in there.
I'm glad they didn't take offense to you just saying we wouldn't want to see her fighting.
Well, no, they're nobles. They aren't supposed to be on the front line. That's a reasonable thing to say, right?
Tell that to the 15th century nobles.
Okay, whatever. But
there you go.
But I'll say I had while I was in there, I did see the potential for great intelligence, which the Confederacy would love to have in our fight against the corrupt Republic.
Well, if anything, I would expect you to send it to Nazine. If it wasn't for her, the castle surely would have been torn asunder with war and bloodshed. Yes. She held everything together. She's a good woman.
Nazine is who? Our character Nazine's who again? Like who's
It's the secret keeper.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's probably already in intelligence. But yeah, I thank him and I wish him good things and blah blah blah, and then I'll step away and
she stops you and grabs you by the arm. And she says, "Look, wait. Thank you again for everything." And she touches her heart. And she lets you go. And Diarkin looks a little upset by this, but he lets her outburst go.
Oh my god. Oh, is he like one of those overprotective fathers? It's like, no, you can't talk to that person. No, you can't do that.
You might get that vibe. He's pretty overprotective, yeah.
Well, I mean, all things considering, I think he has the right to be a bit overprotective.
Yeah, she's not leaving his side for a little while because she almost got gutted by Zale. So, Brooke, what's up with you? You gonna talk to Daniel?
Brooke would walk up to Daniel and say, "Permission to speak freely, sir."
I want to congratulate you for what you've done, by the way. And he stops you. He's not giving you permission yet. But he's saying, you've done well, Rook. And if it wasn't for you being there, things could have turned out very badly for your friends. So I thank you. And yes, you may speak freely.
My squad and myself go with Penilla and them to their ship and help them from now on.
You will be returning with me on my ship, all of you. I'll need you in the future. If you have that. I suppose if you want to stay here a while longer, Rook, I can put you in a position somewhere, but, well, we'll have to see what happens.
I feel much needed other than on this planet.
Do I hear them talking about that?
Yes, you do, Plenel, actually, and if you'd like to intervene, I'll say that you can.
I would like to intervene. Where is he?
You are not at all allowed on this ship, part of my team.
No. I
don't take redheads into my ship, I'm sorry.
I go to where he is because I can't actually see him on the map right now. And I'll say, actually, do I know what Rook's rank is yet?
Right here. Okay. You know I'm under command guard.
Yeah, but what's your actual rank?
To go with that, it'd probably be that of second lieutenant.
Second lieutenant?
Pretty high ranking.
But I thought you were an NCO. And NCOs don't have lieutenant. They would have. Let me check.
There's a reason he's second lieutenant.
I'm gonna let you two manage this. It's a little bit over my head. I really don't understand the military stuff.
I'm going with
the Royal Guard is just completely separate, isn't it? It's not part of any.
They would still have ranks, but going to the king.
Go with second lieutenant because honestly, it's because he's not a full lieutenant yet, and second lieutenant is still under NCO.
Ah, that is true.
The army, anyway.
I go to the king and I was like, "Your equivalent of a second lieutenant here."
And he actually looks at you. He's like, "Wait, who are you again?"
I'm Planella, sir. I grew skin.
And he's gonna touch you. He's gonna touch your face, because that's the way he is. He's not afraid to touch people.
Planella shivers. It's a very new sensation, sir.
And and Silver actually stops him. Wait, stop. And he takes his hand back. I apologize. This is so strange. You've developed a...
He's like a kid who's like a kid who wants to touch everything in a toy store.
Second lieutenant is still a commissioned rank.
Is that what you say to him?
No, that was out of character. Anyways, but I say to him, your second lieutenant has performed admirably, and I would like to take him under my command for future missions. Him and his team under my command.
And Rook, your squad that you'll be training, they'll be assigned with you as well, I assume. I'm going to say I would permit that, but if you think they deserve to be elsewhere, I'll put them there. Do you think they're ready, or would you like to train them further?
I think they're ready.
Okay. Then I will sign them under your command.
Very well.
Alright. And we'll be going off to the ship soon.
he would hold his tongue. He would say, "Well, actually." He'd look at the fourth member, not Lucy, but one of the other members, and go, "That one still needs training, and unfortunately, I think he belong a lot better in a different position instead of what he is. He's a great shot, but he's not exactly the quietest out of the group."
How unfortunate. Well, we'll get him into the standards eventually. Perhaps we'll give him to another person. Perhaps it's just your teaching method didn't work for him. Well, we'll see that his standards do improve. Perhaps you'll see him again. In the battlefield, I mean.
Yes.
Was there anything else that you wanted to address with me today?
That would be all, sir.
All right. Then I'll see you on board the Revenant, Rook. It's been a pleasure.
The only reason I was putting away one of them and not taking all four of them is quite literally as I realized that battle with Zaira differently if they rolled a little bit better. But seriously though, having four of those guys roll their shooting and gear shit is gonna fuck up anybody.
Yeah,
that was balancing
a
out.
situation like that. Yeah.
To get out with only 3 people plus me.
Okay. She was able to tank all those hits, and actually, I didn't tell you guys this, but I made a drug equipment option, and she actually had a very valuable drug with her that would have restored her almost entirely.
She didn't tank all. She took 2 wounds from a total of using blaster fire.
Well, it took you guys a lot to get her down. To be honest, it took a lot, and if you hadn't done the 25, she probably wouldn't have gotten the wound. Because she had a lot of armor.
Okay, so sorry, just out of character for SCAS. So the second lieutenant is always a commissioned rank. However, it's the sergeants which are the non-commissioned ranks or the petty officers. So probably someone like you with all your experience would probably be like a.
That would also make sense to keep him as a sergeant because I can't see for the life of me a second lieutenant having a squad of people under his command. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying as you don't usually have your lieutenants out in combat fields with like a 5-man team at all times.
So you're probably like a senior master sergeant, which is an E8.
Gunnery sergeant.
Gunnery sergeant. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, gunnery sergeant isn't a rank. Gunnery is a rating. Oh wait, no, sorry. Marine Corps there is a gunnery sergeant. That's E7. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so I've acquired the troops now.
It does actually make sense. These are Marines. My squad and me.
If you're like deployment like that,
Marines.
Okay, let's see. So congratulations on order. Everything's good.
Sarah, I want to go to Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
What do you want to do? The wedding is beautiful. You're a little bit overwhelmed.
Oh God! Wait. Is there a thing of flowers thrown?
Yeah.
Does Sarah catch them?
Yeah. Flowers are. The ground is covered in red daisies, just everywhere. Just everywhere.
Sarah, just for me.
Roll an agility roll to try to catch a bundle of flowers.
I'm rolling to catch it too. Let's see who of us catches it.
Agility.
Yeah, Nazine throws a bouquet. Are you guys able to catch it?
I roll a 7 to catch it. Sarah, what do you roll to catch it? Let's see who gets it.
I got a 9.
So Sarah she leaps up like a spider monkey and just grabs it in midair and it's like, yes, they're beautiful.
Yeah, that raw agility though.
Work would look over to Sarah and goes, "Looks like you're getting married next."
Zach just like is looking with wide eyes, like, "Oh shit, oh shit."
Over to her and goes, "Yeah, looks like you're getting married next."
And I shoot him a finger gun and be like,
I thought primitive forms of slavery were outlawed though. Yeah, I still don't understand all this marriage stuff.
And actually, Dano looks at you with, outlawed? No way. Slavery is still perfectly acceptable. It's just we do it differently now, is all. Silly goose.
Oh, so that's why you still have marriage.
Next thing you know, Rook is being dragged off by...
Oh yeah, I look at Lucy. Does Lucy look at me?
I I definitely notice, and I wink at him as he goes away.
And he flips you the
I
finger
look at
next.
Lucy. Do I see her rank? I guess Rook, you can tell me if I can see her rank on her outfit.
It's probably lower. It's probably lower than you and Rook for sure.
You see the rank of you see the rank of private first class.
Okay, and I say, soldier, you report to me now.
It's under his command, actually. Their kill squad reports under him. That's actually how I worded this one.
Oh, okay. So, your boss reports. Your non-commissioned officer reports to me now.
I report to you, and I can transfer those orders to my squad. That's usually how the military works, or mercenary in general. But either way,
he's like the middleman.
But Planell is also a very
manager.
hands-on person, extremely hands-on. I mean, she's training Jane as a spaceman recruit herself.
you realize your gunny sergeant guy that is now hired for you trained spec ops.
Yeah, that's where I want to. God, it's like freaking. I heard what you guys were just like there magically. So I was like, yeah, I want them on my fucking side.
A 4-man team was there and blowing shit away, or trying to.
Yeah, we're trying to as much as they could. They even shot their own gunnery officer to a gunnery sergeant to shoot in.
Oh yeah, they're back about here, out of sight.
So they do. They depart. What are you gonna do? Are you just talking, or what? What are you doing, Rook? Sleeking off into the darkness, hoping nobody notices.
I notice.
I noticed.
Fucking damn it, those rolls.
You don't know I'm listening though, so go on.
You don't know we're listening.
No, you're listening in character. Out of character, I'm sitting here kicking myself. Yeah,
Do you hear a saxophone?
No, we're pretty much hugging face.
I never knew humans can make such wet noises.
She can make she can make wet noises. I'm mostly metal on my freaking head, damn it.
You hear gears clinking.
Clank, 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 clank.
That's pretty funny. So yeah, you guys can't keep your hands off of each other, and you guys are slinking away. Things are looking good.
I asked Sarah, how does this ritual of sloppy face hugging work?
You asked Sarah that?
You asked me that?
You're the one in a relationship that I know of.
Well, I'm gonna be like, well, it goes something like this. Kiss that.
I can only imagine his shock.
Like,
well, we're boyfriend girlfriend.
No.
Like,
you're
nowhere.
engaged now. You're engaged now. That's canon. You called
severely wide-eyed in the middle of public.
I know,
Yeah,
Zach probably has a thing about public affection. But yeah, you invade his insecurities and you just plop one on his face.
I will have to practice that. It seems like an important human ritual.
But you
And,
can't,
Silver-
I'm gonna say though, you
Silver
can't
backs
just do it
away.
to anyone though. It has to be someone super special.
I will keep that in mind. Oh my god, am I Data now? It's really like, I'm like
Yeah,
Data.
you're Data. You're Data.
You're
Well,
someone very
actually,
special. You're someone
You
very
need
special.
at least 4 other people to be dating at the same time. Data of all the people on Star Trek got the most.
So they walk back, and all Rook's like, thank you for sharing that information with me, Lucy.
Anytime.
I'm gonna
Very
giggle
kinda
to
flips her
myself
cap.
and be like, right information.
Off
I
again.
guess sloppy noises are a type of communication, especially when made at point blank range. Vanilla actually says that.
Do you try and do? I imagine your character would like try to peck one off of Jane, but at the same time, you might think it's unprofessional. I don't know.
No.
I just think it would be really funny. She might not be okay with that.
Not here in public.
Yeah, so,
Also, I need to do research. I need to go on the space internet and look at space videos of this going on.
Right.
Rook
And that's
walks
how-
over.
You have people.
Rook
Why
walks.
don't you ask him?
Walks over to you and hands you a little piece of paper with a website on it called Space Hub.
Space Hub.
And thus, Cornell's innocence was crushed.
Oh, and Jane sees that. She goes, "What is the smut?" And she throws it into the dirt and like steps on it.
I follow her and stepping on it. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Just do what I do, Planella. Just step on it.
Oh my gosh, I see a BDSM first. She steps on it.
Oh no!
Step on me.
Step on me, senpai.
She's like, "What? I didn't say step on me. I said step on it."
That was out of character. That was out of character.
Here thinks who here thinks evil sounds like either PewDiePie right now?
PewDiePie!
Oh no!
I
I don't
like
think
PewDiePie.
so. You don't got. We have a resident Swede here, and you think evil sounds like PewDiePie?
It might just be my voice, because my voice sounds different to different people, because...
it's your voice to the mic.
Oh yeah, it's probably my voice in the mic. You know, it'd be really cool if we had like because all of us but one person are from the United States, we should like all meet up somewhere. Like do a live session.
Fuck that.
Cool.
We live pretty far apart.
I'm in Florida and... Oof.
I live in Indiana. I'm pretty sure Sarah lives in New York, like she said. Zach's a Swede.
No, I've just been lying about New York every single time it's brought up.
Well, see, I'm gonna be in South Carolina in a couple of months, so. All you East Coast, I don't actually know where Indiana is because I'm a bad American. Where is Indiana?
Indiana's like right next to Ohio.
Oh, where's Ohio?
East Coast.
It's in the middle of the country.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know where Ohio is. Anyways,
I moved to America at the age of 5. I used to be in Russia.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't be associated with you anymore. Get out of here, you commies.
He's gonna hack your elections.
No.
Or just make a new Olympics.
Yeah.
That
or
too.
just kill all the gay people because Putin hates gay people.
Could be.
No, I'm not that kind of person. I'm by myself, so...
That explains the open relationship.
Yes,
oh my
does.
gosh, do you share boyfriends with your girlfriend?
Get some threesomes.
I'm not
that's probably not the thing to talk about.
I'm not going to answer that.
I do want to say that this is going up on YouTube, so please...
I'm not going to answer that on a public recording. I'm not going to answer that on a public recording, sorry.
Okay, viewers, comment below on whether or not you think he also shows boyfriends.
You mean the whole 2 views that we got?
all two people
All 2 people that are probably us that just went to watch this video.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sharing the links to my D&D friends because some of them like watching stuff.
Okay, cool.
I will
Also,
kick
so
your
they
ass if you say... I will kick
You
your
know you
ass.
can
I'll
just
find
cut
you.
this whole bit out. It's not hard.
Yeah. But, no, because some of my friends are also DMs, and I want them to, give advice to our DM or GM, because it's good to have criticism from multiple groups of like-minded individuals.
Yeah, if they want to come into the Discord and pop some stuff off, that's fine.
Or send me a message, and I'll send you a message.
That's cool. Whatever you want.
You pay me money for all the advice.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not gonna do that one right there.
Hey, say in the comments below if you think this Navy guy is going to have sore knees by the end of his tour.
Sore knees? What do you mean by that?
Think about it. And the
I got
I'm not gonna be blowing people.
I got it. So, yeah, I think that you guys have the wonderful wedding. If there's anything you want to explore, the characters, anything like that, something maybe you just feel left out, it's all open to you. If not, there's a shuttle waiting for you guys after the wedding. The evening will come along, but...
I think I want to get on that shuttle and take everyone with us. And our first stop before the space station to our normal ship, I want to stop by the Willy Wonka dude.
Okay.
Shoot him in the face.
Get out of this ship.
I'm going to do that as well. I'll get off the ship and I'll shank him with a vibro knife.
Actually, I'll say that Willy Wonka and the Mothman is riding on his giant spider.
Where is he?
This is going across the forest, and I'll say it in your transport. You can see him easily. It's a giant spider.
We hail him as we come down. Giant Spider-Man, stop where you are. This is the Confederates.
And he stops where he is. But you lost. What do you want with me? You lost.
He doesn't. Does he recognize me?
No, probably not.
I
I'm
come
just
up.
joking. Yeah,
Hi,
what do you say?
good sir. May we speak to you
hail.
with him for a moment?
Yes, I'm right here. And you guys are flying above him as he's in his,
Oh no, I mean on the
spider.
ground. I asked him if he can get on the ground. We can talk face to face.
Oh, okay, so then,
Like,
Magog goes ahead and kneels down and drops him off.
Yeah,
And
so
he's just petting her legs.
me, Sarah, and Jane, we get out. I said, okay, these two would like to have a word with you for drugging them, sir. And I pull out my lightsaber and I say, please don't resist.
He goes, oh, okay, wait. Now hold on, guys.
Do it, girls.
guys.
Okay,
This is
slap
normal
him, slap
stuff
him.
for elves, you know. We can handle this kind of stuff. I just assumed you guys could too, you know. It's not my
Jane
fault.
slaps him on the left side of the face, and Sarah slaps him
I
on
do a
the...
fighting roll. I got a 15.
I guess Jane will too, to punch him in the face.
Rook,
super-
Oh my
Rook,
gosh, we tied. Twinsies.
Rook and his squad members are gonna fire their laser weapons on stun.
But don't fire. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that.
So
Nice
he's dancing,
shooting.
he's getting hit. No, don't hit me in the everlasting gobstoppers. Don't hit me there.
And I guess Cornell will finally actually do a combat roll for the first time ever, and I just laugh.
Basically, the one Rick and Morty episode with Satan. They
We
get
all-
revenge on Satan.
We just all slap him, then we get back,
I'll
and
give it to you.
then we leave. Him just like in
Yeah.
The three soldiers out of the Wolfpack squad, including Lucy, who fired, are rolling fully auto stun weapons.
And I'll say you don't even
Nat
need
one.
to. I'll say that, yeah, most of you guys hit, and I would say he has no resistance to it, and he just is tased.
Shot him in the nuts with a
Knock,
taser.
knock, open up the door, it's real.
And I look to its
It's a
his
non-stop
pet.
pop of stainless steel.
Go
I
hard,
look-
getting heavy with it.
I look to his pet creature and I say, "Can you understand me?"
It's chewing up a tree, it looks like, but it actually looks like a plant eater, because it's eating trees. And it looks down at you.
Boy.
Well, does it respond with like vocalization at all?
Yeah, it's looking right at you.
Does it say something to me?
No, it doesn't speak, it's just looking at you.
It's a spider.
Willy Wonka took a fully
Oh god,
auto
I look at
taser.
it, memorize it.
And you do, and inside its head, it's actually thinking, do I eat this? Do I not? It looks like food.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
Willy
guys,
Wonka
back on the ship, out of here. Giant spider is a plant eater.
took a full Willy Wonka took a full auto burst of taser round to the nuts.
Yeah, he's kind of squealing. You think some part of him's on fire. You see smoke coming out from behind him. You don't know where. His top hat is completely fallen on the floor. His hair is frizzed. He does look like Gene Wilder.
Okay, so we're getting back on the ship.
And going
We're
to our
about
actual ship.
we're about to leave. We're about to get off as Lucy walks out and kicks him in the nuts one more time before getting back on the ship.
Lucy, he didn't drug you. Come on.
And I'll say that you guys do. You exit into the atmosphere, and you see space worms, Sarah, and they're wiggling on the asteroids, eating rocks. But you guys are returning to the Revenant, and your next journey awaits you next time.
Yes.
Before we end it,
Sure.
I want to ask Planella to talk to her in private.
Okay, I take Sarah in private.
And
I
I'm
say,
gonna be
I can
like,
do this thing now, and I make freckles on my face.
it's very neat, Planella.
Rook
Very
is, gonna
interesting.
Rook is gonna try to listen in with a notice of 12.
You're
Rick is
following
nosy.
us?
He's
Screw
standing.
that, I'm gonna notice you back. No, I don't
I'm gonna
notice you
notice
back.
too. Let's see if I can hear him. Let's see if I can roll a good notice for once. No,
Don't
I
you have
don't.
to stealth not notice?
Not free to even see me.
Because we left. We're in an...
Well,
we like
matter.
left.
What do you
whatever.
say to me?
What did you mean? Because I heard
noticed
you.
me.
Don't...
Me.
Oh yeah, we noticed you.
It's
Yeah,
not like I'm trying to
Oh,
hide
God.
listening in. It's not like I'm trying to hide
Clunk,
listening in.
clunk, clunk.
It's not like I'm trying to
If
hide
you-
listening in. Actually, no, I gotta reroll. I still have wounds on.
Well, -2. That's just a 1 and a -1.
Give me a moment here. Here we go.
Why?
No, you
No.
did not see.
No, we did see you.
No.
You rolled the skill, and you just had to remove. You just had to add +2 to those rolls.
Still that's 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, yeah. So you
We-
guys are concealed. You think maybe Rook was trying to listen in on something, and he can hear you, but he's not
Rook,
very
please-
stealthy.
I got 12 on them, and they have to roll stealth though.
We're just asking you to leave.
This is private.
He's standing right there, unmoving.
Well,
Don't
then
make
I'm
me
leaving.
order you.
So you guys try to run away on the ship, and there's plenty of places you can go. You can even hide in the vents of the Revenant.
I bring her to my room.
He nods as he turns around to leave, and he slides his hand stealthily against the wall and walks off.
We go to
Well,
my
we're
room.
still
and
going
I seal
into
the
your
door.
room and locking the door. Turn on a noise canceling machine.
Right, the magnetic
Now
seals
I don't
block.
trust you.
I mean, Planella's room is what's it called? Noise counseling, because she can be loud when she's eating.
Yeah, nobody
I'm
wants to
gonna-
hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
So,
Planella eating.
mind if I get comfortable?
Go right ahead.
Okay. And Planella's like skin kind of like falls off. And she returns to being
And I
green.
kind of like don't look at you directly. I kind of like look above you, and I'm like, yep.
And when you look back down, eventually you see Planella's back to her green self. Skin is burdensome. I think I'll leave it off when I'm not in social situations.
It can be useful eventually, though. You never know.
Yes, but it's very. I can feel everything, and it's so weird.
No, I was expecting you to say something smart-assily, like, "Oh yeah, it's totally useful." Stares over at the guy still standing, who was briefly staring.
I'm in my room. How are you looking at us?
The guy who was originally.
Okay, anyways,
I'm gonna
yeah, so,
ask. So, this has happened a few times now, and you're not very good at hiding it. But
No,
you
it's-
and SCast have mentioned multiple times, insinuating things about me, and I have to say I am very much confused on what you mean by this.
Well, if you allows me, I will share with you my memories of an instance.
Oh God.
Now,
What
stay
memories?
still.
What do you mean?
I can neural transmit my memories through one of my vines.
But what do you mean memory?
I
Like
connect our
what
brains
memories?
and I send you memories of something I saw and
But
experience
like, why would you show me memories? What
to
are you? what
explain to explain something.
is- okay.
Now, please stay still. A vine comes out and attaches to the back of your neck. It feels oddly nice, actually kind of soothing. And you're back on Station 13, and it's the first time I've met you. You're crying, you're screaming. You see me guiding you to Disney's room. He's talking to us. He says some things to us. We leave. You see me make the mini Planella for you, and you're kind of like comforted by that, and etc. You kind of see your own reactions from the beginning of last session, the first session, and then you see him give you the pink uniform, and you see me see you again with the pink uniform, and then you see me come out of my room, and there's a pool of blood, and your pink uniform in shreds. and then you see a vision of me seeing that one guy outside of your room, and you know it's your room, but outside of your room, chopping the limbs off of that one security guard, and me being very scared and hiding. Then you see me the next morning looking at you, and you not knowing who I am.
And I'm gonna definitely be very shook about this. Very freaked out. I'm like, what?
You, Sarah, are a clone.
Clone?
You are a clone of yourself. The real Sarah must have died many years ago, many centuries ago on Earth. I'm sure you know.
Why would you clone me?
I don't know. Maybe it's in that thing that not Walt Disney gave you. Benjamin gave you. Maybe the truth is in there. But your choice to see it. All I can tell you is that I never want to return to Installation 13. It is a scary place, full of death and blood and secrets to dark gods. I do not want to ever be there again. I don't know
about the dark gods.
My character just assumes at this point.
Actually, Jane told you guys earlier that she had seen similar markings in Installation 13.
But she doesn't know that the well is in Installation 13.
None of you do.
So.
No, but I assume if the symbols are there, it's there, and also Disney just scares me. So, so
Disney is a powerful foe.
It has many copyright powers. But yes, I tell you, like I fear the wrath.
It is a powerful foe. Just ask George Lucas.
I fear his power if I was to reveal too much to you. Please, though, if you want to, go through your little PDF of data. I will not think of you any differently if you learn the truth and even tell me what it is fully. We will still have our movie nights. And I promise... Hi, friend.
Certainly would hope so. What could have been so bad that I forgot about it? That's what scares me.
Forgot about it? I assumed you were killed. Do you now remember the pool of blood with your own uniform in it?
I don't remember anything. I just know what you showed me.
Yeah, from what I showed you, the pool of blood. I assume you were killed and recloned.
Oh, okay, that's what you're insinuating. Alright. But that just seems so odd. Why would they clone me if I died there?
I don't know. Maybe the truth is in that thing Benjamin gave you. But I trust you to make an intelligent decision about it, and I will respect whatever decision you make about it, whether to live in ignorance of what you might truly be, or to accept the truth, no matter how scary it might be. Keep in mind, this is coming from
what? I didn't hear. You cut out that one name.
Oh, Benjamin. What Benjamin gave you the PDF thing.
Okay.
And Sarah, you look down at your PDF, and across the front, it shows a star. It says, "When you wish upon a star," on the very front.
When you wish upon a child's taken soul heart and used by dark hell once to make wishes.
The second star to the right.
But yeah, it's all there. You know what she's talking about.
Benjamin might have killed a child and sacrificed it for that amulet that he put within S-cast. Just saying.
I don't even know where to begin to respond.
Which is why I say he worships dark gods. But you never know.
He worships Cthulhu. You know, it happens.
Cthulhu? Who's Cthulhu?
Yeah, like the old god. And
what?
WoW.
I don't...
Yogg-Saron.
What's World of Warcraft? It says Pamela. Can you put that in character?
Yeah.
What's the World of Warcraft?
Something from early 2000s.
Is that a game I should play?
If you want to waste your time, yes.
We are in space for several months at a time.
I hear they just brought back the vanilla server.
You made me laugh so hard. Nose laughed. Anyway, I guess Planella, seeing how Sarah now has some thinking to do, goes back to her room.
Yeah.
And embraces.
Oh, look at my little skull! I'm not leaving it out in the open just to be
That
clear.
would be a bad idea.
That would be a bad idea.
Dano might get pissed at you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of on my person at all times kind of thing.
Right.
Hey, Mommy. Look at me. I grew skin.
Hello, Angela. That is not real skin. Is it?
Why can't you be proud of me, Mom?
I touch her face with it.
It's very sweet. Don't touch me on the face.
Don't touch me.
I touch her hands instead.
She goes, that's fine, and she takes your hand and she gives you a pat. Good Planella.
What? I guess I go back to normal voice now. What have you been doing since we've been gone?
Well, I've been doing a lot of research. I've been looking into other things, where we might be going next. We have a supply shipment for installation 13, but we have plans on moving past it and going to another planet in another system a little distance away. If you're interested, perhaps I could go in depth with you.
Installation. We're going back to installation 13.
Yes, but only temporarily.
Panella's eyes kind of fall into like a 100-mile stare. Okay.
Well, it's just a supply run. We're just going to drop some stuff off and we'll be out of there, I promise. I promise.
Yes, Mama.
I don't want to go back there any more than you do.
Next time on Fuck Me in Space.
Yes, the adventurers will see what happens next. And I'm actually curious as to what you guys would want to do next. I suppose I'm going to cut off the video and I'll let you guys talk a little bit.
Yeah.